Previously on Oscorp, Cormoran Strike found out that Adam Butt was actually the true owner of Oscorp.
We must destroy the human race.
Oscorp.
We must destroy the world. Destroy the creatures, destroy the trees. Destroy the land and destroy the seas.
Oscorp.
We must destroy the world.
It turns out that Atlas actually put some sort of substance in the air that made Kylo Ren and the others temporarily forget who he was. But now that substance had dispersed, Kylo and the others are beginning to regain their memories of him. Wait, I remember who you are now. You're that really annoying person who's making insulting comments about me and my people. I should kill you right now. Nobody gets away with insulting me like that. Oh, give your ass a chance. Atlas has actually left the machine on, and the stormtroopers are suddenly overwhelmed and taken off guard by a horde of zombies that suddenly pour out of the machine. And Kylo, Phasma, Hux, and the stormtroopers are forced to retreat from the Oscorp premises, and they make a break for the forest. So the zombies are too busy chasing after Kylo and his people to worry about Atlas and John Smith. Right. Looks like you're back to obeying me again. This is one of the only times that I'll show mercy after somebody has betrayed me. So be thankful and be grateful. Why should I be thankful and grateful when you threaten my family? Oh, do you even know who you're dealing with, Boyle? Do you know who you're dealing with? Yes, a bloody prick. Nobody gets away with calling a Nazi officer a prick. You are the prick, sir. You better put on a Nazi uniform right this instant and pledge your allegiance to the Fiera. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have one handy at the moment. Now, you better uncuff me. Otherwise, more zombies will pour out of that machine, and possibly other bad creatures as well. Oh, alright. But, I mean, I would turn the machine off myself, but I don't know how to. John Smith undoes Alice's cuffs. Suddenly, Adam enters Patrick's old office, and he sees that Robin and Strike have entered the secret room. Cormoran, Cormoran, Cormoran. No. Patrick doesn't know about this. I've been watching you on the CCTV. I've only just put that file there. Patrick has never seen that file. Nor has Derek, nor has Norman, nor has Savage. I'm behind everything. Vaughan isn't the true owner of International Electromatics. I am. Derek, Norman, Savage, none of them were truly the owner of Oscorp. It was always me, hiding in the shadows, waiting for my time to strike, if you pardon the pun. Even that fool Lex Luthor thought that he owned Luthor Corp, but he didn't. I did. I just made sure no trail was left so I couldn't be traced by a paperwork trail. Even when Luthor Corp became Lex Corp, I still owned it, and I still do to this day. But yes, I worked alongside Derek more prominently than I did Savage and Norman. Derek was the only one who knew about me. Nobody else did. But even him, I lied to slightly because I didn't want him knowing more information than he had to. Because I didn't want him blabbing to anyone. So I convinced him that he owned Oscorp when really he didn't. By forging some paperwork. And he thought that paperwork was genuine. Oh, it's too bad I didn't record all of that because you could have gone away for a very long time. Oh, don't worry, Cormoran. I've recorded everything that you just said on my dictaphone. Miss Ellicott hands me that device at once. Never in a million years. Adam takes a gun out of his suit jacket and aims it at Robin. Give me the dictaphone right now. Do it, Robin. It's not worth you dying. Robin gives Adam the dictaphone. Then Adam throws it on the floor and destroys it by stamping his foot on it. Well, there goes our only evidence. You're wrong, Robin. We still have this file. Oh, Strike, why did you have to open your big mouth? It doesn't matter if he did or he didn't. I was always planning on getting rid of that file anyway. I just wanted to see the look on your faces when you saw that file. I wanted you to feel that you actually achieved something, but then to have it taken away from you so fast by nobody ever knowing that you achieved it. Apart from me, and I'm never going to tell anyone. Why do you have a grudge against me? You don't even know me. I have a grudge against anyone who's trying to put me in prison. You don't even know me either, other than the stuff that I've just told you. That stuff that you've just told me is enough. You're clearly an insane criminal. There's more blood on your hands than even I know about. I can tell by your body language and your expressions. Oh, if you think that I killed Richard Miller, you're wrong. He committed suicide. But do you really think that fool Malavai Quinn would have shot Savage if I hadn't told him to? Yeah. I mean, because this planet Earth, well, it was against his Sith Empire. So he wanted this planet to be under Imperial occupation. How do you know so much? Because it's all in this file. Oh, is it? Oh, I forgot I actually put that in the file. Wow. I mean, yeah, but he wouldn't waste his time on small fry like Savage when he could, like, go and, like, take out the leaders of this planet, like the President of the United States, for example. I mean, do you really think that the Emperor would have came here if it wasn't for the fact that I installed the hyperspace beacons for him to get here? You're not talking about Malavai Quinn's Emperor, you're talking about that other Emperor, aren't you? Palpatine. Yes. Now, Strike, give me that file right now. Adam gestures his gun at Strike, and Strike complies and hands Adam the file. and then Adam tears it to shreds. Now you have zero evidence on me. Good luck getting anything conclusive of that dictaphone, apart from some grainy noises. At the end of the day, I'm even above the Emperor. I'm even above Snoke. They all obey me. Like, but they don't even know it because they don't even know about me. Like, even that fool Atlas thinks he's in control of my company at the moment. What a fool he is. I'm just letting him create chaos because from chaos will come order. But not that New World Order cobblers. Because we're not having the Illuminati taking over my company again. That was only meant to be a temporary thing, which it was. Because, again, from chaos will come order. Now, once the time is right, I'll take Atlas and John Smith out of the equation. But I've died so many times, but I've been revived. By who? Well, some of the times it was by Malachi Quinn, but the other times it was by an unknown person that I'm not going to divulge his name. Well, I say unknown person. Unknown to everybody else, apart from me. He's known to me. But in the file, it said that Malachi Quinn went into space. Oh yeah, but I called him back temporarily to revive me. Now, I've had many names. Gary was one of them. And basically, I got run over by a van. That van then exploded. Gary was my gangster name. Even I was part of a most haunted crew. And I was killed because I got sucked into a pond full of ghosts. Suddenly, Adam, presses a button to close the bookcase, and Robin and Strike are trapped inside the secret room. Good luck escaping from there, twats. Adam goes and meets Silas in a random location that is quite sketchy. Oh, hello. I bet you didn't expect to see me here, did you? You're an imbecile, Silas. But you can be useful sometimes. Who revived you this time? Vaughan. I'll deal with Vaughan later. It's time he knew who his superior was. And is. Now. Sorry, I'm just having flashbacks of the time that I was bullying a person called Henry. In the end, Henry killed me because I bullied him too much. I even stole his wallet.
Give me your wallet! Give me your wallet! Hey, mate! Give me your wallet! Go on! Go on!
Oh, boo-hoo. Meanwhile, in the Oscorp basement, I'm gonna do something that will really piss you off. I'm gonna bring through your lookalike. Oh, for God's sake. Alice activates the machine and he brings through John Smith's lookalike, Lord M from Victoria. Oh, good heavens. You look so much like me. Do you know about the Nazi Reich? What? No. Adam gets on a plane to London, and as soon as he arrives in London, he goes to the International Electromagnetic headquarters, and he bursts into Vaughan's office. Who the hell are you? How did you get past my security and my gas machines? Vaughan, you don't really own IE. I do. My name's Adam Butt. And do you know what? I've fucking had enough of you. You expect me to believe this, cobblers? I've got the paperwork to prove that I'm the owner. That was all forged. It was all fake. I have the genuine paperwork that proves I'm the owner. And anyway, I have my ways of getting into this building that bypasses your gas machines and your security. I know every secret entrance in this building, even the ones you don't know about. I know every secret entrance in this building. To even suggest that there will be ones that I don't know about is preposterous. That's what you think. I mean, I use some entrances that you don't even have CCTV cameras looking at. Oh, this is absurd. Packer, remove him. Yes, sir. Adam suddenly takes the gun out of his suit jacket. Back away, Packer, right now. Otherwise, Mr. Vaughan gets it. And so do you. Packer backs away. Really, sir? What are we supposed to do? He's pointing a gun at us. He's got us hostage. Vaughan suddenly presses a red button underneath his desk to make security guards burst in. But then, Adam's security guards come up behind Vaughan's security guards and they shoot them dead. Then, Adam's security guards point their guns at Vaughan and Packer. Checkmate. Alright, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. But even if you are the owner, but do you honestly believe that you're going to get away with this? The company will be back in my control before you know it. It never was in your control, Vaughan. It was always my company. Even in the 1960s. Like, I've lived so many years now. Like, I've been revived loads of times. I've died loads of times. Oh, great. So, these revival machines that were supposed to help me have actually hindered me at this point. Well, if you weigh up the pros and cons, sir. Anyway, I've just had my people hack Croft Holdings, so I now have complete control of Lara Croft's company, which used to belong to her father, Richard Croft. Correction, Vaughan. I actually have control of that company. Meanwhile, Gordon, Ainsley, and Lara have been evacuated to an old SSR base that S.H.I.E.L.D. are now using as their headquarters. And Coulson bursts in. Ainsley, I'm sorry. I know you've been questioned by us before, but you're going to have to be questioned by us again. And that goes for you too, Lara. And you too, Gordon. Why me? If it wasn't for me, Ainsley wouldn't have got out of his kitchen. And he would probably be a zombie by now. No arguments, Gordon. No exceptions. Oh, just go easy on the lash, yeah? I'm a tough nut to crack anyway, Ainsley. We should have acted sooner on Oscorp. We acted too late. I was so stupid. I should have told Director Mace about Oscorp, but I didn't. Quake suddenly bursts in when Coulson is talking. Coulson, Director Mace already knows about Oscorp. The information's already been passed on to them. Yes, but there's even stuff that we don't know. So how would Mace know? I mean, he knows the stuff that we already know. Laura suddenly looks at the news on her phone. Ah, great. You get free Wi-Fi here. And she sees that Croft Holdings has been ruled by Tobias Vaughan. Yet again, leaving Adam's name out of it so that nobody knows about him. Shit. How has this Vaughan guy bought my company? How is that even possible? Daisy, hack into Croft Holdings and change the owner back to Lara. Alright, Coulson, I'll do it straight away. Basically, Director Mace is now dead, and like the SHIELD agents had just finished rebuilding the SSR base after the whole LMD thing. Vaughan, why did you revive Silas? Silas can be useful when it comes to intimidating women. Because I like to intimidate women as well. Just like in the 1960s when I intimidated Isabel and Zoe. Right, okay, but you could have revived anyone. Why Silas? Because, let's say for example, I revived Savage. He's not as intimidating, is he? Like, Savage is basically a laughing stock after that whole comedy showcase thing, and even, like, the thing in London to do with Johnny English. So how is a laughing stock like that going to intimidate anyone? I see your point, but do you agree with Silas murdering women then? No, I don't. I only want him to intimidate women. That's why he is now completely under my control, because I've used like an earpiece implant on him. Packer kindly fitted it as soon as I revived him. So basically, I say commands into a microphone that is on my desk, and he listens to my commands through the earpiece, and he obeys my every command. Sweet. So basically, maybe you should make him intimidate Lara then. What would be the point? Her company's already in my control. I've already told you, Vaughan, it's my control. Well, it says on Google that apparently it's under my control. That's just a front, as I don't want the general public knowing about me. News is always false. I wasn't completely honest with the doctor in the 1960s because I didn't want him knowing about the Cybermen until the time was right. Yes, well, we're not going into that now. I don't give a shit, to be honest. If the doctor turns up again, we will take him out of the equation. How? If we kill him, he'll just regenerate. We'll just keep killing him until he runs out of regenerations. That thing about you're only allowed to have a limited number of regenerations was a Time Lord law. I don't know if that's still in effect at the moment, because from what I've heard, the Time Lords have been wiped out. Gallifrey and the Time Lords were actually hidden in a painting. They haven't been wiped out. But this is the moment where I'm going to ask, how do you know so much? And you're going to ask me, how do I know so much? Well, you ain't getting any answers from me. You ain't getting any answers from me either. Oh yes, I will, because I'm the one pointing the gun at you. Not just me, my men are pointing guns at you as well. This is a stalemate. Yes, of course it is, because Packer's pointed the gun at you right now. Oh shit, you distracted me with your babbling. Vaughan, I own Oscorp. I own LexCorp. I own Grey Enterprises. Patrick and Grey are dead. Their bodies have been incinerated. A person called Atlas killed them. What? You expect me to believe that drabble? If you don't believe me, go to Oscorp right now. You'll see that a person called Atlas is there, and he's letting like loads of creatures out of a machine, including zombies. And I'm letting him create chaos at the moment, because from chaos will come order, and I'm letting him think that he's in control of Oscorp when really he's not. Then, when the time is right, I'll sweep in and kill the bastard. He's got a Nazi serving him at the moment called John Smith. But it's against his will because he's threatening his family. Grey and Patrick didn't even know about me. Neither did Derek, Savage, or Norman. Well, I tell a white lie because Derek did know a bit about me because we met several times. All of this that you're telling me could be lies. Either that, or some of it's true and some of it's not. Yes, well, you're not the most trusting person, Vaughan. Yes, but how do I know how trusting you can be? Because I don't know you that well. We've only just met. Agent May takes Ainsley to an interrogation room. Coulson is also in the room. Alright, May, I'll take it from here. Okay, Coulson. May exits the room, and then Coulson locks the door behind him and Ainsley. And basically, Ainsley and Coulson sit down. There are 2 chairs in the room and a table. Right, Ainsley. You're going to have to give me an update since I last saw you. The only reason that we didn't take you home when we saw you last is because we genuinely believed you would be safer at Oscorp, because if you went home, we feel that many attempts would have been made on your life. And not just your life, but your wife's life. And to be honest, since the Hydra takeover of Shields, we couldn't spare anybody to protect you and your wife. Alright, so I suppose you want an update on what's been going on in Oscorp, do you? Well, to be honest, I haven't seen or heard much because I've been in the kitchen most of the time. What? Not even when you take the food to Patrick? I don't do that. I just make the food. Somebody else takes it to him, like his henchman sometimes, and then sometimes it's like some of the other security guards. Right, so shouldn't you really have an assistant to take the foods to him? Well, yes, ideally I should, but because it's a factory and it's not a restaurant, then Patrick didn't feel the need for me to have an assistant. Neither did Savage, neither did Norman, neither did Derek. Well, did you ask for one? Oh yeah, loads of times, but I mean, they're hardly gonna give me luxuries when they're threatening my life. True, true. So anyway, Ainsley, we're thinking of sending Lara into Oscorp because she's good at infiltrating places. Why are you telling me this? Why not just do it? Because you've been a valuable asset to us, Ainsley, and we want to keep this friendly relationship going. So we feel you deserve to know certain information, especially when it involves the life of such a beautiful woman as Lara. Well, it looks like you've got a beautiful woman of your own, Coulson, doesn't it? Who? Oh, come off it. You know exactly who I'm talking about. What, May? No. We keep things strictly professional. Yeah, but how long is that gonna last, eh? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. 50 Shades of May. Right, enough of this, Ainsley. Look, we're gonna have to send you back to Oscorp at some point. But, not just yet, because we want Lara to complete her mission and get back to us first. What, you're telling me you still can't spare anyone to protect me and my wife and our house? I mean, I'm even willing to move house if that's what it takes. Look, we've managed to station 1 or 2 people outside your house to protect your wife, and your wife's been informed of the situation. Obviously, she's very worried about you. But the thing is, if you were to go home and live with her again, then we would have to like position like more than 2 people outside your house for security purposes, and we just can't spare the people because we don't have the time or the resources. I assure you, as soon as we have the people available, meaning the staff, we'll let you know straight away and we'll pull you out of Oscorp. But for now, you're one of our most valuable assets, Ainsley, so we want you to stay in Oscorp as long as possible in order to get more information for us. At the moment, the information is sadly lacking because you've been in the kitchens most of the time. What do you expect me to do? Because that's where I work, that's my job. Yeah, but there's been several occasions where people wouldn't have noticed if you slipped away quietly. Like, when things are really quiet, just have a walkabout and see what's going on. See if you overhear anything important. I mean, if anybody asks you what you're doing, just say that you were just passing on a message to someone, and that you're heading back to the kitchen straight away. Well, what if somebody says that? Like, what if somebody asks what the message was? We'll just make up something like, I don't know. I was passing on a message to the henchman to deliver the food to Patrick. But to be honest, I don't know what's happened to Patrick because I haven't seen him for ages. Like, I thought he would have been like evacuated with everyone else. Yeah, so I'm massively concerned about that as well. Also, the fact that Christian Grey, the owner of Grey Enterprises, he's gone missing as well. And we know that Grey Enterprises have gone into partnership with Oscorp, so that's why it's even more suspicious to me and my organisation. I mean, is it possible that Grey was due to have a meeting with Blake? Possible, but as I said, I don't know Mr. Blake's schedule off by heart because, yeah, most of the time I'm in the kitchens. I mean, the receptionist probably has Mr. Blake's schedule. Oh yes, I've got to have a chat with her because we've evacuated her. I also want to have a chat with those other people, like Juliana Crane and all of that. Because they might have some information on this John Smith guy that's apparently in that Oscorp building right now. A few minutes later, Coulson and Ainsley exit the interrogation room and they go and see Lara. Right, Lara, you're good at infiltration. I want you to infiltrate Oscorp and get into Patrick Blake's office. I want all of the files off of his computer. In fact, just bring the whole computer back here. And I want all of the, well, as many of the files in his filing cabinet as you can carry. Are you kidding me? We've just escaped from that damn place. You want me to go back there? Well, I thought you were really good at infiltrating tombs, so infiltrating a factory should be easy for you. Oh, for God's sake, okay, I'll do that. But I'm gonna have to take some weapons with me, like shotguns and pistols and shit, because like there might be like zombies and stormtroopers still lurking about, or even that John Smith guy that Juliana Crane woman was telling me about. Yes, well, if you discover John Smith, then my suggestion would be to arrest him because we want to interrogate him. Oh, what? Do you have a pair of cuffs handy, do you? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Here you go. Coulson hands Lara some cuffs. Lara gets a bag and she puts the cuffs inside the bag. Huh, this bag will be big enough to fit some files in, and the laptop as well. Maybe if I find a server, I can plug a hard drive into it and download some shit. Huh. You're thinking like a SHIELD agent already. I mean, Fitzsimmons would say data, they wouldn't say shit, but still. Well, that's what Daisy would say as well. Why can't Daisy do this mission? Because she's got superpowers and she's a hacker. Because, Ainsley, I'm asking Lara. She's perfectly capable. Alright. Anyway, love, I'll go and, make you some meatballs, that you can take with you for your trip. Oh, brilliant. That would be wonderful, Ainsley. When Lara is ready to leave, meaning when she's gathered all of her necessary weapons and her meatballs together, the shield plane drops her outside the Oscorp premises, and basically there are some zombies and stormtroopers lurking about that she has to take out with her shotgun and her pistols. But then she storms into the reception and she takes the lift up to Patrick's office, and then she bursts into the office, and then she plugs a hard drive into Patrick's laptop and starts downloading data onto it. Lara searches Patrick's office and she searches his filing cabinets and she puts as many of the Oscorp files in her bag as she possibly can. And then she does a Skype call on Patrick's laptop. Oh, it's you, Ainsley. I was expecting to see Coulson. Coulson's on his break at the moment, but what can I do for you? Well, I've got some of the files in my bag, as many as I can possibly fit. At the moment, I'm still downloading the data off of Patrick's laptop onto the hard drive that I've got with me. I'll just eat some of my meatballs, whilst you're waiting for the download to finish. Oh, okay, Ainsley. Lara eats the meatballs. They're okay, Ainsley, but they're not the best I've ever tasted. What, are you saying Gordon's meatballs are better? Well, no. Maybe Jamie Oliver's are better. Maybe being the operative word.
I'm gonna continue my search for the best meatballs.
Hello? Sorry, I'm hearing voices out there. We're stuck in this room. What? I can hear somebody's voice.
This is so weird.
Yes, it's us. We're stuck in this room. Oh, that's another person's voice now. Lara looks underneath Patrick's desk and she discovers the red button and she presses it. And then the bookcase slides back to reveal Strike and Robin. Listen, I don't know who you are. There's no time to explain. All I can say is there's a person called Adam Mutt who's secretly the boss of Oscorp. And we have to find him because he needs to be arrested by the police. Well, do you have any evidence against him? Well, we did have, but sadly he destroyed it. Suddenly the download on the laptop finishes. And Lara packs up the laptop and the hard drive and she slips it into her bag. I need to find the server room in this place. Well, I don't know where that is, but I'm willing to help you anyway, because if you're trying to gather evidence against Adam. Well, no, because I didn't even know who Adam was until you just told me. All I know is about Patrick Blake, and a person called Tobias Vaughan somehow bought my company. Well, he didn't even buy it, he just took it over somehow. But I'm with S.H.I.E.L.D. now anyway, and they're getting one of their hackers to make me the owner of Croft Holdings again. Interesting. Maybe this Vaughan guy is teamed up with Adam. Or maybe he's just another one of Adam's pawns. Patrick, Norman, Savage, Derek, they were all Adam's pawns. Strike, Robin, and Lara exit Patrick's office. And Lara has the bag with her. And they make their way to the lift and they go down to the reception area. Lara sets the laptop up in the reception area and she goes on Skype again with Ainsley. Lara.
Give your meat a good old rub.
Why, Ainsley? Just do it, you'll feel better afterwards. It's very gratifying. Lara rubs the meatballs. Now, give 'em a taste. Lara tastes the meatballs. Well, they're not going to change taste just by rubbing them. I find it does, because it's no voodoo magic. It's just mixing the ingredients together more to give it a more wholesome flavour.
We must destroy the human race.
Oscorp.
We must destroy the world. Destroy the creatures, destroy the trees. Destroy the lands and destroy the seas.
Oscorp.
We must destroy the world.
Give your meat a good old rub.